Saints is Candace Leatherwood, assisted by Sarah Trenko Mo Romami.
And good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Carl H. Wiener Center. Let's send it down to Garrett Mansfield for the starting lineups for the Defiance College Yellow Jackets women's team.
5'10" freshman from Indianapolis, Indiana, number 0, Candace Hollins. At guard, a 5'5" freshman from Cleveland, Ohio, number 3, Taylor Haynes. Also at guard, a 5'6" junior from Eaton, Ohio, number 11, Allie Mowen. At wing, a 5'8" freshman from Indianapolis, Indiana, number 12, Morgan Crow. And at center, a 5'11" senior from Chicago, Illinois, number 33, Caitlin Barrett. The Yellow Jackets are led by head coach Courtney P.A., assisted by William Romas.
So there you have the starting lineups from Garrett Mansfield. As Randy, you mentioned when we were off the air, no Gene Sugg on the PA tonight, so a little curveball for us to get us started on this Wednesday night doubleheader.
Yeah, I'll have to text Gene later and see what's going on, but interesting look at the starting lineup tonight for the Yellow Jackets. Same starting lineup they had at Lords in their last game where they fell 88-56. The leading scorer, Chandler Duncan, once again coming off the bench. We saw that earlier, and then we found out it's because she was battling some sickness. So then decided to apparently be that sixth man, sixth player, sixth person, whatever the politically correct way is to say it. And it's trying to work out. This Yellow Jacket team technically still alive for a shot at the WAC tournament. They're 4 games out with 5 to play, but they got a lot of work to do.
Jackets come into tonight's matchup 3-19 overall, 1-14 in the WAC. And Siena Heights 13-10, 10-5 in the conference. They're definitely in playoff position, are the Saints.
Yeah, and for this women's team, the Defiance team, it's been a struggle. That losing streak is now 7 deep, trying to find some offense. That's been the story most of the year for the Jackets.
So a miss on the take by the Jackets near the end of the shot clock that time by Hollins. And Hollins gets the steal. A little bit of contact not called. We get a run out and a layup up and good. Taylor Haynes gets the first basket of the night.
Right, good to see. We saw that a couple of times earlier this year for the Jackets. They've been able to apply some pressure, even come up with turnovers. It seems like they get hurried when they get into the offensive end, so we like to see them be patient, take their time, finish their layups, their bunnies, anything within 5 feet. Be really key for them. They want to try to stay in this one.
Missed field goal that time by Redmond. Jackets pull down the rebound. They look to build on their 2-0 lead early. Suffocating defense so far as this shot attempt is blocked out of bounds. Good block by Juan there to erase that shot attempt. Still 8:36 to play in the opening quarter. 2-0 Jackets lead.
The second meeting already between these two was the season opener for the Jackets, November the 5th, where they fell in Adrian to a Siena Heights 76-53. It looks like a little bit of contact down on the low block as well.
Hollins with the shot attempt right there. Kind of spun herself out of position, and we get a take going the other way by Juan, who ties the game up at 2 with the short jumper.
Yeah, good look from the elbow, just able to turn around and hit that. Not a player you want to give a little bit of space to.
Short turnaround jumper up and good by the Jackets. That's Caitlin Barrett breaking the 2-2 tie. It's now 4-2 Defiance College.
Good look. Got her the ball in the low post there. Was able to use the block. Turned around, used the backboard. Again, was patient with it. Didn't try to hurry anything. Now she can try to come up big on the defensive end.
I think just as important on that shot, Randy, she didn't have to take a lot of time with that one, so the defense couldn't adjust. Shot clock winding down. Left-handed runner by Juan. Up and good. We're tied at 4.
Yeah, really tough player to defend. Is able to get to the baseline. Now we're going to play 5-on-4. Normally, if you tell the official you got an issue, they'll hold the play.
Decided to take it herself right there and just let the team slowly advance the ball up. Now with 10 to shoot, 7:15 and counting to play in the opening quarter. Tied at 4. Jackets need to get a shot up as the shot clock's running down. There's a runner, no good by Haynes. Rebound comes to the Saints, but the Jackets back on defense.
Yeah, try to get creative like you said, Jim. That shot clock running down had the baseline open. took the runner. Active hands in the paint again for Defiance. Something we've seen, just haven't seen a lot of finishes. Though it's a couple of them now. The 2 turnovers have been turned into a couple of baskets.
You got to love that, and it's something that you're going to look at, Randy, when we look at the end of quarter stats, turnovers and points off turnovers, as Candace Hollins gets the runner, her first basket, and it's 6-4 Jackets.
Yeah, how many times have we seen Defiance covering them this year? You've seen them create 9-10 turnovers, then you look points off of them, 0, 2, 4, something like that. It's trying to be able to transition those into points.
Good steal in the paint by the Saints. I think that was Thigpen who got the knockaway right there.
Yeah, tough play. Candace Hollins tried to run into a double team. You could tell by the body language was looking for a foul there, just couldn't get one.
I'll correct myself. That was Lauren DeWolf, number 14, not 24 on the takeaway on the other end. This one knocked out of bounds. Will stay with the Saints, as you are only allowed 5 on the floor at any given time. The officials make sure that the maths, and we play on. 6 minutes and 5 seconds to play in the opening quarter. 3-point attempt, little strong, good rebound though, up and missed the shot opportunity. That is Thigpen, number 24. I was just a play ahead right there, calling her name.
A tough break there. Candace Hollins is going to pick up the foul, try to get a little aggressive on that low block to defend. And the backside rebound, a big one, and it's going to send Thigpen to the free throw line.
Thigpen, a 64% free throw shooter on the season. First one up, nothing but net. 6-5 on the Defiance College scoreboard. Thanks for tuning in tonight for this WAC doubleheader. Start off with the women's game, and then we're following that up with Siena Heights versus Defiance College on the men's side as well. So settle in for a doubleheader of WAC basketball on a Wednesday evening on the Yellow Jackets Sports Network.
Yeah, don't want to give too much away with that men's game, but that's going to turn into a fairly important game by the time we get to the end of the year, trying to find the 10 teams that are going to make the WAC tournament.
Mid-range jumper off the mark by Hollins, and a rebound battled for and corralled by the Saints. Saints will set up the offense, but the defense was already set for the Jackets, so no transition opportunity off the miss.
Yeah, I really like Candace Hollins. We've seen at times she's been the second or third look offensively. She's taken charge here early on. We've seen her with a couple of jumper attempts there. You've seen her get mixed in on defense, try to get a layup as well. Nice job with this defense.
Good block by Hollins at the end of that shot clock sequence, and a run out. Deflected, but a foul on the shot, and that will send Morgan Crow to the line for a pair.
Yeah, once again, just Defiance being aggressive. This is what you like to see. They get a block on one end, it turns into transition. Not a basket from Morgan Crow. She'll have to earn with the free throw line, but a good play for the Yellow Jackets.
So Crow go into the line, a 65% free throw shooter on the season. First one rims out, no good. 6-5 remains your score with 5:04 to play in the opening quarter. Second free throw on the way for Crow. That one hits bottom, 7-5 your score. Substitution coming in as Jordan Wynn takes the floor for the Jackets for her first game action of the night. Juan will bring this one up with 5 minutes to play in the opening quarter. Picked up at midcourt. Trying to work the ball inside. Good head fake. Drive, put back, no good. Rebound to Defiance College. Good job of holding their ground in the paint.
Yeah, nice job. Coach isn't going to like the second and third opportunities there, but the Jackets held tough. That's the big thing. Finally got a box out in the end, are able to come up with a miss.
Wynn back down her defender, but then kicked it back out right there. Yeah, still 10 to shoot.
Didn't like what she saw there, so she wanted to reset the offense. Did the smart thing.
Good double screen. Working it inside, there's a steal. Good hands that time by Braddock to take it away.
Yeah, Jordan kind of panicked, saw that shot clock running down to about 5, just wanted to feed it inside, and unfortunately it was taken away.
That foul goes against Candace Hollins on the reach-in right there. And we have a timeout on the floor. 4:14 to play in the opening quarter at 7-5 Jackets, and that gives us a chance to thank Mercy Health. Mercy Health is a proud sponsor of Defiance College Athletics. Mercy Health offers high-quality health care you need and the compassion you deserve. Our expert doctors, nurses, and caregivers are committed to helping you be well in mind, body, and spirit. Tonight's game is also brought to you in part by BSN Sports, providing all of your Defiance college gear. We remove the hassles related to purchasing uniforms, equipment, and spirit wear, and anything else your athletic program needs, giving you more time to impact lives on the field. Visit the Sideline store today at defianceathletics.com. Jim and Randy here on a Wednesday night at the Carl H. Wiener Center. Coach Marv Hohenberger Court. 4:14 to play in the opening quarter. Very back and forth contest so far with the Jackets leading 7-5. I think both teams, again, you played each other a number of times. You played each other already this season, so there's familiarity, but there's still, both teams kind of sizing each other up at this point.
And Defiance is still trying to work out a few things, still trying to learn what the roster makeup is. We saw, again, just a change to the starting lineup tonight. That goes back to their game at Lord's last Saturday. So we haven't seen Chandler Duncan make an appearance yet, which is a little odd. It looks like she was in uniform warming up. So it looks like one player we will not see tonight, however, is someone that's came on second half of the year, and that's Credence Chittenden. Came out of nowhere and ended up, almost double-digit points first game she suited up. Yeah,
that was the foul trouble game, and she came out just electric.
Yeah, it looks like she's in sweatpants on the end of the bench for the Jackets tonight.
Ooh, that's a missed call right there. I think they might get some assistance.
I think,
there you go.
A good call.
Good job by the officials to get together on that one. That rebound knocked out of bounds by Thigpen, number 24. Crashing the boards, doing a good job for the Saints right there. Definitely off her hand, though.
Yeah, just unfortunately couldn't get two hands on the basketball. So saw her reach up. Just unfortunately couldn't haul it in. Couldn't keep it close to her. Just deflected it out of bounds.
Jackets with the ball. Under 4 to play in the opening quarter. Still with a 7-5 lead. Both teams looking for, nice back cut right there by the Jackets. A little strong on the layup, though, by Morgan Crow, and the Saints look to push. Thigpen with the strong drive. Did a good job pulling up at the last second to avoid having the charge called against her.
Officials are letting them play a little bit. Still a little bumping and banging down under the basket. We've seen it on both ends so far. The officials let that contact go. Like you said, it could have been a lot worse. The officials let it play and end up getting the bucket for the Saints.
Here's a nice strong drive and a kick. Yes, off the glass. Good job that time by Jordan Wynn for the layup. 9-7 your score in the Defiance College scoreboard. 3 minutes, 15 seconds and counting in the opening quarter. Kick out. Juan with the ball in the corner. Going to dribble it back up top. Get it over to Thigpen. Thigpen with the drive. Loses the handle. Stolen that time by Crow. And like you said, Randy, there's a lot of contact going on. They are letting them play.
It's second time Thigpen has fallen down fairly hard. We saw it going for that rebound, and then when she lost the handle of the basketball, ended up slipping and falling. Crew did go out and kind of wipe the spot down, make sure there's nothing wrong with the floor there.
15 to shoot. Juan with the ball. Dribbles out of a screen. Kicks to the left side for a three-pointer. Nothing but net. Good shot that time by Bass.
Yeah, one of the ways you can get a team out of its zone, like saw Defiance go with a 2-3 that time. You want to get it into the soft spots or you want to shoot over the top of it, and that's what Siena Heights did.
Jakaya Mitchell with the cut right there. And the Jackets reclaimed the lead 11-10. Good back and forth start.
Defiance has seen something with the defense for Siena Heights as we see a shooter, no one's stepping out to defend. We've seen, you mentioned it a couple of times, a lot of the cuts. We saw a backdoor cut. Morgan Crow had one a little hurried. We saw one that was finished there and a good opportunity. So the Jackets have seen something, the Saint defense, where they think they can move and cut in the paint.
Those Thigpen on the miss for three right there. Not really her shot. She's more of, like you said, Randy, she's one of those players who isn't afraid to drive on the inside, get some contact. A lot of contact there with Juan on the floor, and we get a timeout for Coach PA. Probably a good call right there because that possession was pretty much out of control from the time it got across half court.
Yeah, he kind of got a lucky break here. Yeah, and we're going to see Jordan win. So Jordan, we saw that scramble going for the loose ball. She ended up going down to a knee, and the other knee might have ended up in the back of a Siena Heights players down on the floor. So little luck, if you want to call it that, but it looks like Jordan kind of felt that a little bit and hobbled just a touch on her way back over to the bench. A good timeout for Coach PA.
So 1:50 to play here in the opening quarter. 11-10, the Jackets lead. And again, Defiance, as we mentioned, comes in 3-19 overall, 1-14 in the Wolverine Hoosier Athletic Conference. Siena Heights 13-10, 10-5 overall, so an excellent conference record. However, if you look at the overall standings for the WAC conference on the women's side, Siena Heights kind of, like upper middle, surprisingly enough, with a good 10-5 record in the conference.
Yeah, it's been an up and down year for them, but they've got something figured out at 10-5 in the conference. They are solidly in the tournament at the end of the year. The Jackets, on the outside looking in, again, mathematically still have a chance. You're 4 back with 5 to play, so you're going to need a little bit of help, but you're going to have to win out, and that is a tall task. There's still some heavyweights on this schedule.
Attempted drop pass by the Jackets results in a turnover, a run out, a block. Big time defense that time by Haynes. This one will stay with the Saints.
Yeah, Jordan Witt on the other end just left it and thought there was going to be a teammate to come get the basketball, and that one took an extra bounce, and I think Jordan's going to take a seat. Coach, nice coaching moment here for Coach PA.
She has to be very happy, does Coach PA, with the defense in this first quarter. They have really made some good things happen on the defensive side. Mowen bringing the ball up with a minute to play in the opening quarter. Still a 1-point lead for the Jackets. Handoff, curl, stop, hesitation, no good on the right-handed take by Haynes. Saints will come down with the rebound with 45 to play.
Yeah, right idea for Taylor Haynes. Couldn't get enough on it, and that's going to be a tough one in traffic.
That's a big-time shot right there by Alex Braddock, who knocks that one down on the turnaround.
Yeah, we saw, and I don't know if Camry caught it, Alante Wright, number 22, for Defiance, to look back at the official when the whistle blew and thought it was going to be an offensive foul.
Yeah, looked like
I'm being hooked. I don't know what you want me to do.
Yeah, that's a either way kind of call. Goes against the defense in this case, and the three-point play is up and good with the free throw. There's a kick out of bounds. This will stay with the Jackets. 40.9 to play in the opening quarter. 13-11 Siena Heights leads.
Yeah, with the made free throw, it's going to allow Siena Heights to put a little pressure on.
And I think they're discussing, because of the kick ball, they initially reset it to 30, and now it's back to 27. So Jackets will take this one in bounds. That one's deflected. Out of bounds, good hands that time by Redmond. And Siena Heights, like you said, applying some good strategic pressure at the end of this quarter. Now 2 ball handlers for the Jackets. Good pressure, good job breaking it. And man, oh man, had Caitlin Barrett looked up, there was a cutter going to the basket again. 14 to shoot. Mowen kicks it up top. Good ball fake. Back to Mowen. 8 to shoot. Ball fake. Steal. And this will be the last possession, potentially, of the quarter for the Saints. They got a foul going against the Jackets on the push, the officials will say. This one's going to be an out of bounds, though, no shots.
Tough break for Caitlin Barrett. Tried to get back in a stance defensively. Just made contact, trying to not allow the basketball to get under the basket.
Open 3 from the corner. Rims in and out. Jackets have one more shot by Mowen. No good from half court. And that's how the first quarter ends. 13-11 your score, the Jackets lead. This will give us a chance to thank Sweetwater Chop House. Sweetwater Chop House is located on Eagle Rock Golf Club, open to the public 7 days a week. This is the spot For celebrating birthdays, anniversaries, company parties, or if you're just in the mood to come out and enjoy a mouth-watering meal and amazing signature drinks. The focus for Executive Chef Aaron Weibel is to maintain a scratch kitchen, preparing everything daily from sauces to breads, utilizing local area farmers for fresh vegetables, and using our on-site herb garden. We take great pride in providing each of our guests a wowing experience. Today's game is also brought to you in part by Aftershock Cart and Equipment. We are your one-stop shop for carts. We sell and service Yamaha, E-Z-GO, and Club Car. We have stock and custom carts, new and used carts, and a full line of accessories. We can help build a cart to your specific needs. We also offer financing through Yard Card with rates as low as 3.99%. Stop by our indoor showroom or give us a call. We look forward to hearing from you for all your karting needs. So Jim and Randy in Defiance on a Wednesday night. Again, it's a basketball doubleheader. Siena Heights comes to town from just across the border in southern Michigan. Not a very long drive, but
no.
If the weather does what it's supposed to do later tonight, it could be a little bit of a tricky ride home for the Saints, and we certainly want to wish them safe travels on the way home. And if you're out and about later tonight, please be mindful of the weather report, and if you have to be out on the roads later, please be careful out there. Saints take the ball in to begin quarter number 2. They lead 13-11. Jackets really had control of a lot of that first quarter, though, Randy.
Yeah, they played really, really well. Used their defense to spurt their offense. Had the lead most of it. A three-point play did them in at the end of the quarter. But they'll have a chance here. Definitely not out of it. Only down 2. We got a good opportunity. Got the stop there to begin this quarter. Now let's see what they can do on offense.
Mowen with the ball, kicks it back over to Haynes. Haynes has it at the top. 15 to shoot. She'll get the screen up top by Barrett. Kicks it over for the triple try on the left side. A little bit wide on the shot that time by Alante Wright. And this one will go out of bounds to the Saints. 9:14 to play.
Alante just never had her feet set. You saw her had the ball in her hands, was hedging over, trying to get a position that she liked and never really got completely set.
13-11, the Saints lead. Here's a good back cut. Shot up and good that time. A layup by Braddock. Good position, one bounce to the ground, and an easy kiss off the glass. Here's a steal by the Saints. Lead to transition opportunity, but the Jackets get back on defense, and the Saints have to set up.
This has been the undoing of Defiance this year, as they've been playing well, and then something will happen, and that sparks a run. So you've seen a basket, turnover basket. Now Defiance has got to be able to end it right here.
Juan hits the 3, and then the Saints apply full court pressure up 18-11, and they commit the little nickel dimer foul at midcourt. That foul is going against Madison Weiss. That is her team's first of the quarter. And again, it's 18-11. A nice run here at the end of the first quarter and into the second quarter by the Saints. There's a pass off the hands that time of Hollins. We get a double dribble, though, going against Braddock for the Saints after the turnover. So this one will go right back to the Jackets. Hollins takes it out, gets it up to Mowen. Mowen looking for the motion to begin, gets it to Haynes. Haynes kicking it over to the left side, back to Mowen. Back to Hollins. Hollins will drive, cut off. Trying to work that ball inside. This one's going, I believe. Ooh, they're going to say this one's off the Jackets, out of bounds. I thought the hand poking in of the Saints knocked that one out.
Yeah, tough play. Trying to be patient, looking to get the ball inside. That's been Defiance's best move tonight.
8-0. I'm sorry, Randy.
Unfortunately, just lost the handle.
8:05 and counting to play in the opening half. 18-11, Saints lead. Kick inside. Lost the handle. Good defense by the Jackets and a travel. This one turning it over as Ajami shuffles the feet, trying to establish position.
Yeah, Ajami was trying to get position in the low block, and then, I don't know, had the ball slapped out of her hands or it slipped out, but then was caught in between the move. Do I shoot? Do I pass? I was kind of stuck, and on the second movement, ended up committing the traveling violation.
So the Jackets looking for an offensive spark. They have been in a bit of a funk the last, I'd say 3 minutes of game time total, maybe 4 minutes. Saints really haven't taken full advantage of that yet, though, as this shot goes out of bounds. Shot clock violation, as that did not draw iron. And this one will be turned back over to the Saints. Jordan Wynn checks in. Like you said, though, Randy, still no sign of Chandler Duncan. I think she's wearing warm-up clothes down on the bench. So we'll see.
I thought I saw her warming up with the shooting shirt on, with her holding onto the jersey. She was going to change.
7 minutes to play in the opening half. Still 18-11 Saints. Shot clock under 10. Kick out, 3. No good. Rebound by the Saints to Juan. Juan will reset the offense. Trying to dribble left side by the Jackets bench. She's wanting to kick that ball inside, and she does to Ajami. Ajami turnaround, no good. Rebound to the Jackets, and the Jackets will look to push. There's a kick out to Mowen. Dials up the 3, rims out. I like that shot by Allie, though.
I do, too, and that's one that she's made more times than not.
There's a foul by Candace Holland. She had her pinned against the baseline right there, but then kind of moved the hip to kind of force the issue, and the official was right on top of that one. That's her third foul already, so that'll send Hollins to the bench probably for the rest of the first half.
Yeah, that would be my best guess.
Working the ball into Ajami. She loses the handle. Jackets bench thinks that one went out of bounds, but the official says play on as we have 15 to shoot. Kick to the corner for a 3, no good. Good position there by Ajami, but a long rebound for the Jackets, and they'll look to get something going on offense. They've been stuck on 11 points, Randy, since the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, nice job of that defensive end there by Jakaya Mitchell. Realized that rebound was going to end up a little bit longer, and she thought was able to turn their body, turn the box out, did a nice job.
Big time and one
There's
take right there by the Jackets. Good shot by Taylor Haynes. Stopped on the dime. Ajami held her ground, but was shuffling the feet, and she drew the block with the and one. That'll be her first foul. Going to give the Jackets a chance to complete a 3-point play. Haynes' free throw up, rims out, no good. Fight for the ball. Two Saints crash together right there. Can the Jackets pour it on? Oh, that would have been a big-time 3. Shot no good that time by Crow. Saints with the rebound look to push. Could have been a 5-point play for the Jackets. Big momentum swing. Instead, we get a turnover, a run out. And we get a slip on the floor. Negates a good setup play right there, and a travel turns it back over to Siena Heights.
Yeah, and that starts on the other end of the floor. The poke away by Taylor Haynes had the break, runs it out. Good recognition to see the open player in Morgan Crow. Just an unfortunate break. He wanted a jump stop, maybe a ball fake, get a defender in the air. Fortunately for Morgan, just slipped down, ended up traveling.
That was fantastic defense that time by Jakaya Mitchell. Poked out of bounds by the Saints. Good recovery on defense that time by Weiss. But you gotta love Jakaya Mitchell right there, Randy. Finding her spot, feet didn't move. Offensive player runs into her, and she basically like, I'm not budging. I'm sorry, but this space is not available for use right now. Jackets take the ball out of bounds, looking for an in cut. The back cuts haven't been open or haven't been taken as much in the second quarter like they were in the first.
Yeah, I think Siena Heights has made an adjustment defensively. They've shut the door. Defiance, and another problem, you saw it there. He tried to get the offensive rebound. This is going to stay with the Jackets. You saw it in the early moments of that opening quarter, the cutter was getting the ball, so they keep feeding it. Well, we've seen it here. The cutters haven't been getting the ball, so the cuts haven't been as sharp here. Looks like we're going to get ourselves our second quarter media timeout.
So we take the media timeout with them. 4:52 to play in the first half. Siena Heights leads 18-13. We'll be right back.
You've finished your undergraduate studies. Take the next step and defy the ordinary at Defiance College. Earn your MBA or Master of Arts in Education degree. Plus, we offer school principal and superintendent licensure programs. 100% online. No GMAT or GRE required. No application fees, accelerated 8-week semesters, and affordable tuition. Nationally recognized for hands-on service and experience. Defy the ordinary with graduate studies at Defiance College.
Get Coach Marv Hohenberger Court. Jim Bellamy and Randy Roberts bringing you some women's basketball action from the WHAC, the Wolverine Hoosier Athletic Conference. It's 18-13. Siena Heights leads the Jackets. 4:52 to play in the opening half. And really it was a strong first quarter for the Jackets. But really, I mean, Randy, again, we mentioned it before, stuck on 11 for a good ending chunk of the first quarter into the second quarter, and only 2 points so far in the second quarter.
Yeah, it's been it was a roughly 4.5, 5-minute drought for the Jackets. Like you said, the good news is Siena Heights didn't run and hide. We've seen that opening earlier this season, right? It would be a bad run, and it would be a 20-0 run, and a tied game is a huge advantage.
Yeah, you have to credit the Jackets' defense for keeping them in this game right now during this offensive lull.
Yeah, and that's what good teams do, right? You're not going to shoot 60% from the floor and win every game by 20s. You got to grind it out. You got to find ways to stay in it and make plays at the end. And give credit to the Jackets. That's what they've done so far tonight.
Redmond with the miss for the Saints. Jackets clear, a one and done on the offensive side. Looking to run a screen offense from the free throw line. This one knocked away by the Saints. Good hands, forcing the turnover and the run out. There's a pass to Juan. Juan misses the layup on the left side, but draws the foul, and she'll go to the line for a pair, as I believe Morgan Crow, number 12, commits the foul. That's her first, team second.
Yeah, give credit Lauren DeWolf, number 14, for Siena Heights. Nice job running the break, good feeder. Nice job getting that pass into Juan, and it's going to lead to a couple free throw opportunities.
Deanna Juan, the 5'7" senior, sizes up the first free throw. And it is good, makes the score 19-13. It's her 6th point of the contest. Looking for point number 7. That one is up and good as well. Good form on those 2 free throws. Nothing but net for the Saints. 20-13. Saints lead by a touchdown. Here's a 3-point wide open look. This one rims out, no good. Good take that time by Alante Wright, just unable to knock that one down. Saints look to respond on the offensive side. Ball in the corner, working it back up top. Dangerous pass right there. And a good steal, 2-on-1. Defense closing. Good hands out of bounds. Man, that was just great defense by DeWolf.
It did a really nice job working, first of all, using her hands to poke that away, but keeping her balance to avoid stepping over the end line there. 2 terrific plays for DeWolf to force the turnover.
DeWolf to Juan. Juan on the left side by the Jackets bench. Back to DeWolf. Kicks it to the free throw line. Jumper no good. You had a Jacket screening right there, but didn't reach for the basketball, and that made me nervous for a second as Alante had a good screen out, box out, but then the ball just kind of fell harmlessly right by her. You want to just run out there and say, grab it.
Second time we've seen that Jakaya Mitchell does a nice job with the box out. Moves her body as well to find a player. Yeah, it's tough. You're rebounding in a zone is a lot different than rebounding in a man-to-man.
Good kick. Open 3. No good. Position. Good position that time by Jakaya Mitchell. This one knocked out of bounds, I believe they'll say, by Alex Braddock, number 42. And this one will stay with the Jackets. They trail 20-13. 2:34 to play in the opening half.
Yeah, Braddock used her long arms, nearly poked that one away. But break for Defiance, the ball ended up going out of bounds.
Good hands that time by Braddock. Little indecision on the part of the Jackets there on offense as Mitchell wanted to dish but kind of got frozen for a second there and Good reaction by the defense to knock that one loose. Miss on the other end for the Saints. Jackets get the rebound, no harm, no foul. And they still trail 20-13. Take up and no good by Morgan Crow. Kind of had the ball deflected, lost the handle a little, but still got the shot up.
Yeah, kind of a best of a bad situation. Lost the handle, like you said, Jim. Just had to go up with it, do something. And now this is what you didn't want to have happen if you were Defiance.
Take no good that time by Juan. Juan recovering. Oh, I'm sorry, that was number 14 to Wolf. Juan took the second shot there. This one will go out of bounds. That was a missed three. So 1:39 to play in the first half. Saints lead 22-13, but Jackets still in this thing, despite only scoring 2 points in this second quarter. Can't count on the Saints, though, to be quiet, this quiet in the second half. So you got to start putting that ball in the net. Good kick, spin, left hand, up and no good that time by Barrett. Good position, good move, just unable to get that bank shot to drop.
Yeah, good idea by Caitlin Barrett. Got into the low block. A nice job going inside out, getting the three for Vice.
Vice knocks down the triple. That's her first made field goal of the night. And the lead is extended to 12, 25-13. We get a timeout on the floor for Coach PA, and that gives us a chance to thank Mark Moats Ford. At our Ford dealership in Defiance, Ohio, we strive to provide you with top-notch service that no one else can offer. Whether you're a new or returning customer, you're going to be treated fairly and welcomed by our friendly staff. We believe in a family atmosphere, and that's because Mark Moats Ford has been family-owned for over 100 years. We also want to thank Service Master by McCann. Keeping Defiance College in pristine condition does more than create a good first impression. It also boosts productivity and keeps your employees safe and healthy. At Service Master by McCann, we understand how important a clean and safe environment is, and our cleaning experts work tirelessly to provide customized cleaning and disinfecting services to offices, businesses, healthcare facilities, and other spaces throughout Defiance. 25-13 your score, exactly 1 minute to play in the first half. Once we reach halftime, we'll give you some halftime stats, then we'll take a little break and then get you set up for the second half. So Jackets need an answer right here. There's a little nickel-dime foul against Braddock inside.
One that I think Defiance has been waiting for a while. Braddock has leaned in to her defenders quite a bit. We talked about her poking a ball away. Did the same thing. That time got caught just leaning in a little too much on the offensive player there.
Pass going for Caitlin Barrett. This one's stolen, though. And an easy layup opportunity up and good that time for Redmond. 27-13. Still time here for both teams to possess the ball at least once, as there's about a 13-second difference between game and shot. Travel called against Wynn right there. She caught the ball in the paint, but then kind of did a little 2-foot hop instead of just shifting 1 foot and then putting the ball on the ground. So official called that one right away as the shot clock is turned off for the last Saints possession. Juan with the ball up top, being very well guarded. Kick to the corner, open three by DeWolf. No good. Mowen with the rebound. It's time for a shot. Got to put it up. Take no good. The runner, that time by Haynes, hits back iron and does not fall. So that's how the first half ends. The Saints with a very impressive second quarter. They extend their lead to 14, 27-13. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll give you some halftime stats. Then we'll take a little bit of a timeout ourselves, get you ready for the second half right here on the Yellow Jackets Sports Network.
Most good things in life are simple. The same is true when it comes to our health and well-being. That's why Paramount Elite helps you manicure simply. Everything in life becomes a little simpler with Paramount Elite.
27-13 your halftime score. Jim Bellamy and Randy Roberts here at Coach Marv Hohenberger Court. Randy, let's take a look at some halftime stats. I think if we look at scoring by quarter, Coach PA is not going to be happy with that second quarter. Only 2 points on the board for the Jackets.
Yeah, and you see the field goal percentage. Nice job of the DC defense. Siena Heights just 30% from the floor. Problem is Jackets at 26, and most of those 6 field goals came early. So 0 from behind the arc, just 3 attempts to the free throw line. But again, 17 turnovers, a huge thing. They forced 8, and good to see points off turnovers again. Got a couple quickly, but that has gone down just 4 points off those turnovers. So you see Defiance +4 in rebounds as well. So they've had some opportunities. Their defense kept them in a lot of this game. Just unfortunately, as we've seen, Siena Heights is able to force a couple turnovers. We saw a couple of times a basket, quick turnover basket. And when that doubles up, that leads to trouble, and that's what's happened so far to the Yellow Jackets in that opening half.
So both teams combined a 3 of 19 from 3. And off the top of my head, I don't know how many of those were contested threes. But you have to think, you look at points in the paint, even at 12, if the Jackets want to get back in this, how important is three-point shooting going to be as part of that? Or do you think it's going to have to made up in the paint 2 at a time?
Three-point shooting helps in one way where if you start making them, then it forces you to defend it, and that leaves the paint open. The problem is when you struggle, you can pack it in. Siena Heights, at some point, they can gamble. You're up 14, so they can do a couple things that maybe Defiance can't do defensively, and one of them is, hey, we'll put, all right, if they want to make an effort to score in the low block, we'll make it really tough for them to do that. We'll make them shoot 15 feet or out. That's where Defiance has been struggling. So expect Siena Heights kind of pack it in, force Defiance to start making shots from the perimeter.
Let's look at some individual stats real quick before we take our timeout. Game's leading scorers are Iana Wan and Alex Braddock with 7 points apiece. Redmond has 5, Weiss with 3, Thigpen with 3, and DeWolf with 2. For the Jackets, Haynes with 4, Hollins with 2, Wynn with 2, Barrett with 2, Mitchell with 2, and Crow hit that 1 free throw. But really, you tip your cap to the Jackets for playing some really good defense, holding Siena Heights back in that first half, keeping this game from really getting kind of blown wide open. But, man, 2 points in the second quarter, that is not sustainable for the Jackets tonight.
Yeah, I really like Taylor Haynes. You see the 4 points, also 3 assists as well. She's done a really nice job running the offense for Defiance. Again, just got into that lull in the second quarter. 17 turnovers, just absolutely killed them. That's something they got to clean up. It's 14 points, so it's doable. It's you're gonna have to do it 2 or 3 at a time. So you love to see the Jackets maybe start with a run, get it to 10 in the first couple of minutes, and go from there. So the first 2 or 3 minutes of the third quarter are going to be huge for the Jackets.
27-13 is your halftime score. We're going to step away and take a bit of a timeout here. When we come back, we'll get you ready for the start of the second half. It's Defiance College women's basketball on the Yellow Jackets Sports Network. And welcome back. Jim and Randy getting ready to start the second half of the opening contest in tonight's Defiance College Siena Heights doubleheader. The women from Siena Heights lead the Yellow Jackets 27-13 in what was a very difficult second quarter offensively for the Jackets. Bounces really not going their way. Siena Heights made a good adjustment, as you said, Randy, to taking away the back cuts that really worked in that first quarter. It was that part of the game was non-existent in the second quarter. So, you know, you have to, on the surface, you have to credit the Saints defense for making that adjustment.
Yeah, it's been tough, really tough second quarter for the Jackets. One thing is we see Chandler Duncan up off the bench now with the shooting shirt off. The jersey's come on, so I don't know if it was just coach's decision to have her sit that first half, but your top offensive player has gone missing. But give credit to everyone else on this team for stepping up. Mentioned it a couple of times that opening half. I thought Taylor Haynes played a pretty solid game for the Jackets. She has for a while, and just trying to get a couple more shots to fall. She's done a nice job dishing out the basketball, led the break a couple of times. Just need a couple more things to go her way. But the Jackets not completely out of this, and 13 points in the half isn't going to get you a lot of wins, but you're holding a team like Siena Heights to 27.
Yeah, and the Saints get 65 a night. So, I mean, you have to be happy about that if you're Coach PA. You just want the offense to start clicking here in the second half.
Yeah, we're going to see Candace Hollins back out on the floor. Remember, she sat a chunk of that second quarter with 3 fouls as well. So you have things in place to make a run and get yourself back in the basketball game, and it starts what we just saw there in the big basket.
Taylor Haynes with the back cut. Good response jumper and a steal by the Saints coming off the make. Big-time offense-defense play right there.
And that's what undid Defiance in that second quarter. We saw that a couple of times where it's a basket, then a quick turnover, another basket. The Jackets have done a decent job to not let that turn into like a 10-0 run, as we've seen in the past, but they've put together a multiple 4-0s, 6-0s, which have done kind of the same thing.
Crossover dribble that time by Hollins. Gets it out for a three-point basket. That one's made by Morgan Crow.
And might have had her foot on the line, but the Jackets are going to take the three-pointer. And now we see minute and 15 seconds into the third quarter, already outscored what they did that entire second quarter.
Ajami gets the pass inside with a size mismatch. She's able to put that one off the glass pretty easy for 2. To Barrett. Barrett mid-range jumper, no good. Good rebound there by the Jackets. Hollins gets the board, gets position, misses the layup, but draws the foul. She'll go to the line for a pair.
And you mentioned one time Caitlin Barrett earlier had the basketball in her hands, and you said if she would turn around, she would have looked, would have seen an open lane. Saw it again there. She's just not trusting herself to dribble the basketball, so instead of getting closer with a couple of dribbles, electing to take that 15-foot shot. But give credit Candace Hollins being at the right place at the right time, come up with that rebound. Couldn't get the putback, but will have an opportunity here, earn some points from the free throw line.
First free throw is up and good. Second one on the way, a little short. That one does not draw irons, so that one will go out of bounds to the Saints.
Thought it might have grazed the iron.
Going to get the officials to discuss here real quick. Not sure what the delay is. Oh, we might have had a substitution without a we have an injury on the floor. Candace Hollins subbed out. Definitely favoring, I can't tell if it's left or right leg.
Yeah, it's
definitely favoring a leg.
Good piece of officiating to recognize that. It looks like the left leg, she's not putting a lot of weight on.
See if she stepped on an opposing player's foot, maybe rolled an ankle or something like that. Hopefully it's nothing serious, and she'll shake that off and get back in the game here in a little bit. But like you said, Randy, that was a really great job of officiating right there, keeping an eye on player safety and making sure she safely got to the bench. Saints with the ball and the lead, 33-19. And what's been a very offensive-minded third quarter so far for both teams. Barrett with the block on the short jumper attempt by Redmond. Good ball handling by the Jackets to get it up the floor. And Haynes will set up the offense. Barrett with the screen. Kicking it back out to Barrett, who will pass it inside to Jakaya Mitchell. Pass a little off the mark, and this one will be taken away by the Saints. Short jumper up and good that time by Bass. And for Bass, that's her first field goal. Good hands, steal, layup. That time it's DeWolf, and the run is starting, and it's starting on the defensive side for the Saints.
Yeah, again, just being able to get, it's been, how many times have we seen it tonight? Score, turnover, score. The Jackets trying to minimize that.
Beautiful dribble drive that time. Unfortunately, shot no good by Haynes, and then a frustration foul, I think, on the reach-in for the loose ball. They're going to say this one is going against Jordan Wynn. That'll be her first, team's first of the half.
Yeah, Jordan just, when the ball's going by her, just kind of had the arms out and drew contact.
As we see Candace Hollins on the bench, still very much favoring one of those legs. Takes a seat as they get the ball inside again to Ajami. She's automatic from the paint.
Yeah, just did a really nice job, able to face up the basket and score. Great pass, a great catch, good finish.
The thing about this Saints defense, Randy, is it's not suffocating by any means. It's pesky.
Mm-hmm.
They do the fundamental things. They just move the hands around, cut away your passing lanes, and that's where the deflections are coming from as we get another turnover. Left-handed drive underneath the defender, and a left-handed layup for Lauren DeWolf. 41-19, 6 on the night for DeWolf. Timeout on the floor, a good timeout by Coach P.A. as this third quarter started off promising for the Jackets.
It did.
6 points in the quarter so far, but Siena Heights putting in it another gear in this third quarter as they lead by 22.
Yeah, just adding to that defense, it's really given Defiance a lot of problems, and it's nothing fancy. It's been, they score, and it's been able to set them up in the pressure that they want, and a lot of problems in the backcourt, and it's just Defiance being sloppy and not expecting a lot of pressure to come, but it's when Siena Heights has been able to jump them, get a turnover, and get easy scores.
The State Bank provides a full range of financial services for consumers and small businesses, including wealth management, private client services, mortgage banking, and commercial and agricultural lending. Operating through a total of 22 banking centers, 19 in 9 Ohio counties, and 1 center in Fort Wayne, Indiana, and 23 full-service ATMs. We have 5 loan production offices located throughout the tri-state region of Ohio, Indiana, and Michigan. We also want to thank Metzger's Printing. Metzger's is your marketing solutions provider, specializing in multi-format commercial printing, cross-media marketing, and fulfillment services. At Metzger's, we thrive on providing innovative solutions and quality service. We invite you to tour our site to get an idea of the tremendous range of services we offer. 41-19 your score with 6:10 to play in the third quarter in a game that was very back and forth in the first quarter. Saints really took control in the second quarter, and they, like I said, Randy, have really found another gear in this third quarter so far.
Yeah, they've found something that works defensively that they're happy with. It's
shot
just,
up and no good by Hollins, who's back on the floor.
It's predicated on made shots, so something falls down, and they're able to set some pressure up. We're going to see it here. They're just able to, and again, it's not a lot. It's not full court, but it just forces you to hurry, and it makes you make mistakes.
And that right there is a good example as Weiss knocks down the three. And really all that offensive set for the Jackets was, it was a 2-on-1 opportunity. And you have to credit Ajami right there, number 34. All she did was just put her hands into the passing lane. And, I mean, again, it's attention to details and good fundamentals by the Saints team. It's no surprise they're in the position they're in this season. Saints with the ball and the lead, 44-19. Inside-outside game with 5 to shoot. Saints are going to have to put something up. Instead, we get a travel as this one turned over by Khalees Bass. And this one will go out of bounds to the Jackets. Open look that time for Bass. But again, it was, I think, a little bit of a hop step before she put the ball on the floor.
We've seen each team do that already tonight.
Haynes with the ball, trying to break down her defender. She'll kick it back out. This one gets past to Hollins, who loses the handle but controls it by the baseline right there.
Yeah, an athletic play by Candace just to be able to come away with that.
Mowen for 3, no good. Rebound, long rebound that time by Tyler. And the Saints will push. Tyler with the ball, kicks it inside to Juan. Juan dribbles underneath the basket, back out for 3. Yes, Madison Weiss with her second triple of the quarter. And it is all Saints here in the second half, 47-19.
And Defiance just caught trying to chase the basketball. It goes around the baseline, swung around, nice job going inside out, led to the open 3, and Weiss able to bury it.
Hollins driving, kicking. No call. And a good job by Jakaya Mitchell right there to keep her composure despite the defender going down. Thought maybe there might be a charge or a block call and just kind of playing through it.
Yeah, good job able to put that ball in the hand she felt more comfortable with that left hand.
Reach-in foul going against Taylor Haynes. That will be her first, and that'll lead to a timeout. That'll give us a chance to let you know tonight's game is brought to you in part by Paramount Healthcare, a proud sponsor and health plan provider of Defiance College, offering a full range of health insurance plans and services to suit your healthcare needs. Paramount by ProMedica is health insurance by healthcare professionals. Find out more at ParamountHealthcare.com. Tonight's game is also brought to you in part by Marco's. Defiance College Athletics is supported by Marco's Pizza in Defiance. Located on North Clinton Street, Marco's is there for you before or after the game for carry-out or delivery. Call, stop in, or order online for the latest deals. And be sure to download the Marco's app, where pizza is just a tap away. 47-21, 8 points in the quarter for the Jackets. Obviously, a better scoring output in quarter number 3 for Defiance College, but Siena Heights has had absolutely no trouble finding the basket on the offensive side, and it has led to some really good defense creating turnovers, which just feeds the offense more, Randy.
Yeah, we talked about it at halftime, 17 turnovers for the Jackets at the break, and that number's now gone up over 20 here in this third quarter. And we talked about Defiance did enough to hang around despite the shooting woes in that opening half. Now we see what happens when opponents shoot the basketball better. Siena Heights has been able to take advantage of that. We mentioned doubling it up, getting a bucket, turnover, and that went right back into points quickly. And those are now starting to add up.
The all-time series between these two teams, Defiance actually leads 17-4. But the Saints won a close one earlier this season, and they look to be in control of this one to sweep the season series, as there is a miss on the take by Juan, a battle for the rebound, and they're going to say this one's going against Defiance College. This one will stay here. I think they got Jordan Wynn on the foul, and if so, that's her second.
Yeah, nice composure by Jordan Wynn. Thought she had the rebound, and then the foul was called on her, so she just very calmly gave up the basketball and wants to go back to work. Not her night offensively, but the Jackets need her for defensive presence. She's done that so far.
Driving a kick, Juan kicks it back out to Weiss.
Yeah, you saw her wanting to get a charge right there. And does a nice job stepping up, forcing that shot off.
Juan with the turnaround jumper with the shot clock running down. Unable to convert. Kick this one out for a triple try. No good by Hollins. 1 and out for the Jackets. There's a kick by Mowen. And that was really all you could ask Allie to do in that play right there, since it was a good bounce pass. Just do whatever you can to stop that pass and converting that basket.
Yeah, really heads-up play by Allie. Here's we talk a lot about the freshmen that make up most of this roster, but here's Allie, a junior, played a lot in her 3 years now, and a heads-up play, right, and leads to a missed shot. So, that heads-up play gives Defiance an extra possession.
Mowen with the ball will take it back up top with 2 minutes and 35 seconds to play here in the third quarter. Working it from left side back to top of the key. Good back cut right there, but well defended as Crow tried to head towards the basket. There's a kick in, shot up, no good, but a foul on the play. And that will send Jordan Wynn to the line for a pair.
Yeah, good job by Jordan Wynn. You mentioned it hasn't been her night offensively, but able to offer up an attempt there and at least get her to the free throw line.
Wynn makes the first free throw, Randy.
I was going to say the stripe hasn't been exactly pleasant to her this year. Came in 41% on the year.
Nothing but net on those 2 takes, though, so that gives her 4 in the game. And it is 47-23, Saints lead. 2 minutes, 15 seconds and counting here in quarter number 3. Cross-court pass, strong drive, shot no good. Contact there for Bass, but no whistle. And again, that's kind of been the theme of the night, that the officials really are kind of letting that contact go a lot in the paint.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of it, saw a lot of it in that opening half, and it looks like that's going to continue. The officials are definitely letting him play a little bit. Well, we're going to see a little bit of contact there, enough for a foul.
Got a block against Jakaya Mitchell.
Yeah, tried to step over to help out, and I think was caught leaning just a touch.
That'll send number 23, Brooke Redmond, to the line for free throws. Number 1 on the way, nothing but net. And for Redmond, that is point number 8 in the contest. So I think one thing that you're going to see out of these Saints, and just looking at the scoreboard kind of tells the story, is the second free throw is good as well for Redmond. You're going to see a lot of players either at or close to double figures for the Saints. There's a lot of balance and depth on this Siena Heights team. Mowen with the ball, working through the screen, hands it off to Hollins. Hollins, left-handed dribble drive, takes it all the way to the paint, no good. Rebound up, no good by Jakaya Mitchell. And the Saints defense finally clears.
Did everything right, but let that ball get through the hoop. Nice job of the putback. Just Jakaya couldn't let it go. This has got to be really tough defensively for Candace Hollins. Out there on the floor playing with her 3 fouls. You know she wants to get more involved defensively, just the type of player she is. She had to watch cutters go by her because she couldn't afford to pick up her 4th foul.
This one will go out of bounds to the Jackets, but not before we get a substitution. And kind of limited bench tonight for the Jackets, so conditioning is definitely going to play a part down the stretch.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see why they're going so short. And I do know we do see a couple dressed in street clothes tonight, but not everyone in uniform has made it onto the floor tonight.
Morgan Crow with the basket for the Jackets. Response that time by Brooke Redmond, who just kept the dribble and was able to find an open spot. We get a turnover, pass, Redmond, another easy basket for the senior.
Yeah, Defiance wanted a diagonal pass, kind of break the pressure. The lob's going to be thrown away. Siena Heights able to read where that was going. Redmond was able to be at the right place at the right time. I thought about stepping back and firing away at 3. Instead, she'll get the layup.
Juan with the left-handed layup. And again, all the Saints are doing on that full-court defense, Randy, is the Jackets will dribble this quarter out and not attempt a shot there. All they're doing is just getting in the way. I mean, it's good defense, it's sound strategy, but there's nothing exotic about what they're showing the Jackets tonight.
They're letting Defiance make mistakes. That's the big thing. They're just setting up, and the Jackets have done enough to hurt themselves tonight.
57-25 your score at the end of 3. We'll take a quick timeout and we'll be back for quarter number 4 on the Yellow Jacket Sports Network.
Hello, I'm Keita Diller, president of the Defiance College Purple and Gold Athletic Club.
And I'm Mark Diller. I'm a third-generation Defiance College supporter and also on the board of the Purple and Gold Club.
For nearly 50 years, we've been supporting the Yellow Jacket student athletes. Membership to the Purple and Gold Club is open to everyone, regardless if you attended Defiance College or not.
Membership fees are very affordable and include various levels of attendance privileges depending on your support level.
If you love seeing live and local college sports, we would like for you to join us. Just go to dcpurpleandgoldclub.com and register your name along with dozens of other like-minded Yellow Jacket fans.
We would love to have you join us. Thank you for supporting Defiance College Athletics.
The Purple and Gold Club has been advancing Defiance College athletics for 50 years. A joint mission of community members, parents, staff, and fans, Purple and Gold supports the Yellow Jackets to elevate the student-athlete experience and facilities through a variety of initiatives. All members receive an all-sports pass to watch every Yellow Jacket home event with additional perks as well. To find out more or join today, visit dcpurpleandgoldclub.com. We start quarter number 4 with the Saints comfortably ahead, 57-25. Saints possess the ball. This one initially knocked out of bounds, but will stay with Siena Heights. And the Saints can pretty much dial up whatever offense they please here in the fourth quarter, with the lead being what it is. If they want to shoot threes, they'll basically take whatever the Jackets defense is going to give them.
Yeah, they can afford to be patient here with this comfortable lead. So you can see a good job moving the basketball. Had the open look on the offside, just couldn't get it to go.
Tyler with the miss on the runner right there, and the Jackets clear. Double dribble on the crossover that time by Taylor Haynes, was going from her right to her left and then kind of caught it with both hands and then put it back on the floor.
Yeah, it was going to be one of those. You saw the bounce, and then it was going to be like a bounce and then dish with the same hand. And got caught with how many times she wanted to bounce the basketball. Just wasn't quite sure what to do with it.
Yeah, unfortunate turnover there for the Jackets. Good drive and good look, good idea, just unfortunately double dribble call. Saints with the ball, very patient like Randy said on offense, and they can afford to be with a 32-point lead as the shot by Juan is no good. Rebound attempt by Ajami goes off her left hand out of bounds, and this one will go back to the Jackets with just under 9 minutes to play in the ballgame. Out top, Mowen with the ball, getting it over to Hollins. Hollins works it inside to Mitchell. Hollins with the ball back. 12 to shoot. Jackets reset. Good defense by Wanda. Knocked that shot attempt away by Haynes. And now the Saints will set up offense. Lost the handle. Kick back. Open three. No good. That shot attempt by Bass, and this is a long rebound out to the Jackets. Mowen sets up the half-court offense. I think it's at this point, Randy, with the score being what it is, it's just about winning time increments. Like, I want to win the next 2 minutes, and then the next 2 minutes after that. Because you're probably not going to erase a 32-point deficit in the fourth quarter. You have to break it down into segments.
Yeah, it's going to be a thing. We want to win this possession, then we want to win the next one. How many of these can we string together? That's what the Jackets are going to try to do. Good clear out there.
Mowen with the bounce pass to Mitchell, and the left-handed layup is true.
Yeah, nice job, Allie. Nice job with the clear out. Allie was able to drive the angle, found the open player. Good pass and a good finish.
57-27, Saints lead by 30. Three-point answer by the Saints. A little strong, no good. Shot up by Tyler. Jackets with the rebound. And they'll settle into their half-court offense as the Saints defense gets back and denies any transition opportunity.
Yeah, rebound came after Morgan Crow a little fast. and able to adjust, and a nice job getting the bucket in the other end. She did have a foot just a step inside the arc. They'll have to settle for 2, but a nice jumper.
Morgan Crow knocks that one down. That's 8 in the contest for Crow. The lead is 28, 57-29. Reach-in foul that time against Jakaya Mitchell as she was posting up with Ajami in the paint. 34 fouls, 34, and that'll be 3 on Mitchell. That'll send her to the bench, and Caitlin Barrett checks in as her replacement. Ball out of bounds for the Saints with 6:44 to play in the contest. Kicking it up top to Weiss, who has had the hot hand from deep tonight. Juan with a pass into the paint. A turnaround jumper, rims out, that time by Bass. Here's a rebound to the Jackets, and the Jackets will look to push. But again, the Saints get back. Mowen for 3. Mark it. Ali Mowen knocks down her first triple, her first field goal of the night. 57-32, Saints lead.
Yeah, and nothing else, get this final push, the final 5 regular season games starting tonight. A little confidence builder. And this is Siena Heights team. We talked about it, 10-5 in the conference. They're going to go to the tournament, so nice job. Just showing that this is a team. It goes back to that opening quarter. It was tight, too. Hey, listen, we can compete with these teams in the upper half of the conference. So nice little confidence builder for the Jackets here in the fourth quarter.
Caitlin Barrett whistled for the foul. That'll be her second, team's second. That'll result in 2 free throws for the Saints as the first one up and good for Tyler. That'll be her 3rd point on the night, and she readies herself for free throw number 2. That one on the way and rims in as well. 59-32, Saints lead. Full court pressure still. Broken fairly easily by the Jackets that time. Shot attempt by Candace Hollins. Almost got caught with a travel right there as she was trying to pass and thinking shot. And the defender backed up to take the pass away. And so,
Yeah, one of those things that opened up real late, and Candace, heads up play.
Yeah, just get the shot up.
Just to avoid the turnover by putting that up.
Good crossover that time by Bass. Bass will kick it out. Drive, Euro step, up and good. Nice move that time by Kanila Tyler. That gives her 6 in the contest, and the lead is 29. Out to Mowen. Good screen. Back up top to Hollins. Field goal no good. 1 and done for the Jackets. Good rebound by Tyler, who looks to push. To Juan, reverse layup. Yes. It's all Saints all night now. 11 for Juan.
Nice job running the floor for Kanila Tyler. Freshman did a great job. Saw the opening, saw the open player, and Juan, as she has all night, did a great job at the rim to get the bucket.
Mowen shot fake. Gets the ball to Hollins. Under 4:40 to play in the contest. Strong drive to the basket by Haynes. Haynes gets a late whistle, and they'll call a 2-shot foul against the Saints. That'll be their first team foul of the quarter. Substitutions coming in and a timeout on the floor. That gives us a chance to let you know that Alumni Varsity D has a long tradition of supporting and promoting DC athletics. Comprised of former varsity athletes, Alumni Varsity D pays it forward for the Yellow Jackets of tomorrow. For more information, visit defiance.edu/alumni today. Also, mark your calendars for the Yellow Jacket Classic Golf Outing on June 14, 2025. And I remember, Randy, when basketball season started in earnest for us on the Yellow Jacket Sports Network, seeing a June date in 2025 kind of seemed like forever away, but now it's only about 4 months from now.
Yeah, it's kind of creeping up on us. So
Time moves fast sometimes, doesn't it?
Yeah, this basketball season's been a little odd for both the men's and women's programs in Defiance. We wondered what the change, the move to the NAIA and the WAC was like. Well, with these double headers. You know, it seems like we had a flurry of games, or like recently, we've just had 2 weeks away. So it's been a little different. And we're going to finish with a handful of games here, and then June will be here before you know it, and we'll be talking DC football, which, by the way, haven't had the chance to check it out. I know they use social media for announcing a lot of it, but they did the bulk of the National Signing Day was today, and they had the bulk of their football class signed for the year, so you can go back and check out some of the talent that's coming to Defiance. They're going to play their first full year now of the Mid-States Football Association this upcoming season.
And for those of you who were wondering, the schedule release was announced, and there, unfortunately, for the fans of the rivalry, is no Bluffton game on the schedule. So the last, at least for now, the last battle for the hammer goes to the Jackets.
And I don't know if I was just holding out hope. I was one of those guys that thought this was something that would never end. But I had heard talks. They were finding a way to perhaps make it the opener. You were going to find a way to sneak it in somehow.
I was too.
Yeah, I saw.
Just as a fan of rivalry football and good games. They've been good games, good competitive games. This last season's game was no exception. And it's unfortunate, but it's the way it is. I mean, that's just the fan in me saying that, nothing else. Turnaround jumper that time by Jakaya Mitchell, as this one knocked out of her hands, but the officials will say that's because a foul was committed. This one going against Serrano Ortiz, and that will send Jakaya to the line for two. 63-33 your score on the Defiance College scoreboard. First free throw up, hits back rim and no good for Mitchell. And again, Randy mentioned it earlier, but you look at the composition of this Defiance College women's team. You have one junior, one senior, one sophomore, everyone else freshman on this ball club. So this is such a young team. Layup, blocked. Good recovery by Hollins, and she'll draw the foul the second time through. I will say this about the Saints, though, Randy. They have dug into their bench here in the fourth quarter with the game kind of gotten out of hand. There is no change in defensive intensity and pressure by these Saints. This defense is a very hungry defense. And again, it's easy to see why they are near the top of the conference. Second free throw, no good. Rebound by the Jackets, turnaround jumper. That one is up and good for Morgan Crow. That gives her 10 on the night. I believe that's the first Defiance College player in doubles.
Yes.
McQuiston, turnover to Mowen. 3 minutes to play in the contest. Saints up comfortably, but the Jackets just looking to execute. We get a foul on the floor as Mitchell caught the ball, and it's probably a good thing that there was a foul committed right there, because Jakaya maybe took 3 steps without putting the ball on the floor, but the foul was called before the potential travel, and that'll send her to the line for a pair.
Jackets are really making an effort to try to get the ball in the paint. We've seen a lot of feeding the post or trying to get that inside. Jackets are trying to get an inside presence. You've seen Caitlin Barrett, Jakaya Mitchell, another player that we have not seen that's in uniform tonight is Santasia Thomas. She stepped up a couple of times.
Is another. Yeah. That's a good call, Randy. Santasia gives them quality minutes and a lot of energy as well on the floor, so her presence is definitely missed. Ball fake, short jumper up and no good by Serrano Ortiz.
Yeah, I think that one might have been partially deflected.
Good defense by the Jackets. Let's see if they can turn defense into offense. Good defense there by the Saints. Forcing the turnover was Braddock. Bass with the ball. Gets it over to Serrano Ortiz. Back to Bass. They show a double, but then they call it off. Saints with the ball with 2:10 to play. Short jumper up and good this time by Tyler. And for Tyler, that's her 8th point of the night. 65-36 your score in the Defiance College scoreboard. Good heads-up play by Mowen to knock that one off the chest of Bass, as Bass was right up against the sideline right there. Allie doing basically anything she could to make sure they kept possession.
Yeah, as a heads-up play, as that pass was the first attempt was deflected. Nice job working that sideline. Make sure that ended up going off the Siena Heights player.
Under a minute 45 to play in the contest. Siena Heights looking to improve its conference standing as Mowen lines up a 3, rolls in. That's her 2nd triple of the night. 6 points in the contest for Allie.
Yeah, nice job of the shooter's touch. Make sure she got that one.
Congestion up top. 3 Saints within the same vicinity, but a turnover back to the Saints. They'll kick it out for a triple try. This one up, no good. Shot attempt that time by McQuiston. And the Jackets will pull down the rebound. And again, it's just about winning time increments. Now you want to finish strong. You want to end on a high note. Mowen, another 3. Little strong on that one. Maybe the adrenaline going with that open 3. Like to see Allie dial those 3s up a little more, though. She's been more of a point guard this season than a shooting guard. She's really done a good job of adopting the new role, but she is a gifted 3-point shooter as well. Wraparound pass, shot up and no good by McQuiston. Shot clock turned off. This should be the last possession for the Jackets. They'll look to put the final points on the board. And like we said, end on a high note in what's been a pretty tough night against a very good Saints team. Under 5, Mowen, inside kick. They will not get the shot up as Mitchell's shot attempt comes up after the buzzer. And that will bring us to the final, 65-39, your final. The Siena Heights Saints defeat the Defiance College Yellow Jackets. We're going to take a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll give you some post-game stats, and we'll see if Coach Courtney P.A. is able to join us for a few minutes. We'll be right back on the Yellow Jackets Sports Network.
My name is Mark Miller. This is my good friend Tom Hill. Both Tom and I are graduates of Defiance College, and we were both athletes at Defiance College.
And I played baseball and basketball here at DC. Mark played football and baseball here. Now, here we are 35, 40 years later. We both serve on the alumni varsity board here at Defiance College.
AVD, as we call it, raises money for Defiance College athletics. We have raised funds for many projects, such as $100,000 to the George Smart Center,
$45,000 to the weight room in the Smart Center,
$10,000 to the new basketball floor,
new scoreboards at both the baseball and softball fields.
If you're a Defiance College alumni athlete, please support AVD. Visit defianceathletics.com/alumni/AVD to join.
We appreciate all who have given in the past, but we are looking for new members. Please keep in mind that someone supported you as an athlete at DC. Now it is our turn.
AVD also sponsors a yearly golf outing to get old friends back together and raise funds for our projects. So get your foursome together and come on out. You can also support AVD as a whole sponsor.
Support AVD. Let's make this our biggest year ever. Thank you very much. And
go Jackets!
Back out at the Wiener Center on the campus of Defiance College, 65-39, the Siena Heights Saints defeat the Defiance College Yellow Jackets in WAC women's basketball. Jim Bellamy and Randy Robertson. Randy, let's take a look at some post-game stats, and let's kind of give a tale of the tape and how this margin of victory came about. As you can see, just like we thought, you look at the Siena Heights scoring, nobody really dominant, but a lot of consistency and a lot of balance on that team.
Yeah, and they ended up right around their average, too, of 65. So Redmond, not a great night shooting. You see 5 of 15 from the floor, but ends up getting 13. Juan for 11, Vice with 9. But Morgan Crow ends up leading the Jackets nearly a double-double for it tonight. 10 points, 9 rebounds. See Taylor Haynes ends up with 5 assists. So you give the Jackets credit. They fight all the way to the end, just unable to find enough firepower in this one, as we'll see some of the team numbers if we can.
Yeah, Eric, would you mind scrolling up? Let's take a look at some team stats here as well. 40% shooting for the Saints, so kind of an off night for the Saints a little bit. Jackets defense, I think, has to be credited for that to some extent. I think the Jackets played some pretty inspired defense, but the Saints defense, 27 turnovers and 33% shooting for Defiance College.
Yeah, we saw that number 17 at the half, so the Jackets, end up doing a little bit better later in the contest. But yeah, 27, we saw the points, 4 of them early. End up just 7 points off turnovers for 25 for the Saints. Jackets end up out-rebounding them, +3, so that's been an issue at times for this Defiance team. So good to see the Jackets end up getting their 10 offensive rebounds as a part of that. So they battled offensively, and they came up with 10 steals as well. So there are some bright spots for this team, but again, we're at the end of the year, right? We're down last couple of weeks. There's no moral victories. There's no playing well in losses. This team trying to get better. Just a tough loss for the Jackets tonight, as it looks like Coach PA's here. I'll jump out of the way. Let's talk to her.
All right, thank you, Randy Roberts. We'll give Coach Courtney PA a moment to get settled in and get the headset on here. All right, Coach, first thing I want to do is I want to really commend the Jackets tonight. The coaching, the execution, the defense, especially in that first half, was superb.
Thank you.
They paid a really good amount of attention to detail, and that really led to a lower field goal percentage, more turnovers for the Saints, and it really, in that first half, it's what kind of kept the team in the game.
We have made some adjustments to our defense, and the girls have really executed, I would say, the last couple of games. We knew that Lourdes was a very good three-point shooting team. Siena Heights, they shoot about 33% from the three-point line, and tonight they shot 23. And so that's something to be proud of. We had some good moments of execution offensively. We just turned the ball over too much, and that was something we also talked about, was being able to execute and then not turn the ball over so much. They got up 20 more shots than us, and so that kind of puts you at a deficit. If you have a 30-point quarter and we have a quarter where we only scored 2 points, that puts us in a funky spot. And one thing I'll say about our players is that I know that that's not what they want, right? I know that they are giving 100% of what they have in the moment, right? So we didn't play a lot of players today because we had an idea of what we wanted to do. And so we went with who could execute defensively. It wasn't about the offense. I mean, we didn't score a lot of points, but we've got players that can execute on both sides of the ball. And so the issue then becomes fatigue, right? And so I'm proud of the effort that we gave defensively, because it took care of business on that three-point line like we wanted to. We just didn't handle the basketball well enough.
And I think case in point to that is it's after the Saints would score.
Yeah.
And Randy and I were saying this watching the game, there was nothing exotic that the Saints were doing full court pressure-wise. It was just the little things. Just putting the hands up in the passing lane, and it led to natural deflections, which led to 4-point possessions instead of 2-point possessions.
Yeah.
And just little things like that allows them to go on a 6 or 8-0 run.
Yeah.
And it just happens in the blink of an eye.
Yeah, it happened really quickly, and we're working on it for 2 days, just trying to get ourselves familiar with what this could potentially look like. And even we struggled with it in moments, but we we have to continue to put 4 quarters together. You know what I mean? So it didn't go our way in some ways that we wanted to execute offensively in the front court, but we just have to keep playing for 4 quarters.
What's the biggest takeaway for you as a coach and the few moments you've had to reflect on the ballgame?
Our defense, when we're clicking on all cylinders, it really is very disruptive. Tell people we have 10 freshmen, and yet we are capable of doing a lot of things. And when this team really just continues to grow and evolve, we are definitely going to be a problem in a lot of good ways. And so I'm proud of our defensive efforts today. We just got to take care of the basketball a little bit better. But overall, holding that team that usually shoots 33 to 23, 24%, I can be proud of that.
Coach Courtney PA has been my guest. 65-39 your final. The Jackets fall, but a very inspired defensive performance by this young team. Coach, best of luck the rest of the season. We have 2 more doubleheaders, so we look forward to seeing you again soon.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right, for Randy Roberts, Eric Herman, and the crew, I'm Jim Bellamy saying thank you so much for tuning in. This has been a presentation of the Yellow Jackets Sports Network.